Hi there, dear students. I'm your English instructor, Mubin Shah. I'm here with another interesting topic, parts of speech. It is just like you have the vocabulary, you have a lot of words, but you still do not understand how to construct paragraphs, how to construct sentences. Actually, these parts of speech play a wonderful role to construct paragraphs, books, newspapers, ideas, advertisements. That means anything you write in English, that is just because of these parts of speech. There are many other students, they are confused about tenses. They spend their whole life to learn tenses. So there are 8 total. The tense portion is linked with the verb. In verbs, you will learn which form of verb you have to place in your sentences, and those forms of verbs will tell you in which tense your action has occurred. For instance, you ate something, or you will eat something, or you have eaten something, or you are still eating something. Eating, has eaten, have eaten, would have eaten, will have eaten. This is the debate goes around this verb part. But in this lecture, we will learn about all the parts of speech, and in coming lectures, I would discuss the types of verbs and later how to use them effectively in tenses. So here are 8 parts of speech: noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, determiners, preposition, and linking words. First, noun, name of anything. A person, place, a thing, or any idea, abstract, countable, the things you can count, anything in this world can have a name. In science, you call it by nomenclature. Nomenclature, you name the things. Like onion has its own scientific name. Animals have their own scientific names. So in any language, there are names of things. So after name, you use pronoun in grammar. Pronoun can replace any name. For instance, he can be used for a boy name, she can be used for a girl name, it can be used for any abstract thing or anything where gender is not important to mention. A table, for instance, you don't need to tell whether it's a male or female. I can be used for both male and female. We can be used for both male and female. And they can be used for both male and female. I is first person pronoun, the person who is speaking. For instance, I'm teaching right now, I would say I am teaching right now. We all are studying here, and you all are watching my video. So you are watching my video, and they are reading the comments. So you know about that. So second, these pronouns do not only replace a name, rather they replace a noun phrase as well. What is a noun phrase? A tall man entered the room. A tall man gave me this book. So here, this book and a tall man, both are noun phrases. He gave me this book. Okay, or he gave it to me. Like, you can also replace this book with it. This would look strange. He gave me it. So he gave it to me. Second thing you have learned, these pronouns can replace a noun phrase or a name. Like Nazia, Ahmed, John, David. You can replace these names. The third thing is adjective. Adjective describes the quality of a name or even of a noun phrase. For example, that man is happy. So that man is a noun phrase, and happy is describing this whole noun phrase. Actually, describing this man, but here in grammar, you would consider it as a whole. Like this happy, who is happy? That man. That man is happy. Okay, those two Guards are so lazy. So lazy is adjective and has been used for those two guards. So you understand now, an adjective can be used for a noun phrase, for a name. John is happy. John was happy. John will be happy. John looks happy. The tense debate is for the other lecture. In this lecture, you have to focus on all these parts of speech, how they are connected with each other to construct the language. You can also use an adjective right after the determiner. This is the determiner. It is indicating to the man, like, that happy man is my brother. That happy man is my younger brother. Again, younger is again an adjective for the word brother, younger brother, and happy is for man. That happy man is my younger brother. So younger is adjective, happy is adjective. So you learned two ways to put an adjective in a sentence. First, individually. Second, with the name. So I hope you understand this philosophy. The fourth is verb. No sentence can be a sentence without a verb. So you must have to add a verb in any sentence. Verbs are actually actions. In daily life, you keep on doing different actions, writing, teaching. For instance, right now I'm writing, I'm teaching, I'm talking, and you're watching my videos, watching, talking. All these are actions. So other than actions, there can also be states. I will discuss this topic when I would teach you this part separately. So adverbs, similarly, adverbs describe a verb. Like when you say he speaks, somebody can ask you, how does he speak? You tell he speaks nicely. He talks or speaks nicely. So nicely is an adverb and it is describing this action, talks. How does he talk? He talks nicely. How does he write? He writes beautifully. How does he learn? He learns effectively. How does he do his business? He does his business secretly. It is easy to recognize adverbs because of ly. 90% adverbs contain ly at the end. I would teach you adverb morphology and adjective morphology. Like most of the adjectives can contain ic at the end, ing at the end, ed at the end. For example, microscopic, interesting, interested, or ous at the end, dangerous, or ful at the end, beautiful, wonderful. So I would teach you this adjective morphology in another lecture, along with the morphology of verbs and morphology of word morphology of this adverb part. In verbs, it is easy to understand the morphology. Most of the verbs have ing, ses, or ed form at the end. But adjective can be difficult and adverb can also be difficult. Nouns also have word morphology. This can also be an interesting topic. You might have seen shun sound at the end, like ion, construction, such kind of words. It would be very easier to recognize whether it is a noun, whether it is a verb, whether it is any adverb or adjective. So that can be another topic. So the next is determiner. Determiners come before noun. For example, that man in this part, that is determiner. Determiners actually determine the noun. For example, my chair, your chair, his chair, he, his, my, her, your, our, all are determiners. Then this, that, these, those, these are determiners. A and the, these are determiners. So a and the, this, that, these, those, these are all determiners. Like a table, an orange, an elephant, an umbrella. Before vowel sound you can use an. For a specific thing mentioned second time you can use the. I bought a pair of shoes. The shoes were fantastic. I bought a pair of jeans. The jeans were fantastic. This friend is really amazing. That friend is amazing. These fellows are really helpful. Those are boring. Those lectures are boring. So these are determiners. Prepositions play a vital role to make any longer paragraph or any bigger sentence. For instance, if I say I wrote, so you would ask, what did you write? I say I wrote a letter. So I wrote a letter. After that you would say with ink pen, with an ink pen. So with is a preposition. Like, what did I use to write a letter? So I used a pen to write a letter. So I wrote a letter to my friend. To is again a preposition. I wrote a letter to my friend. When did I write? I wrote a letter at night. I wrote a letter in the morning. So in, on, at, for, to tell him about my studies. So these prepositions can make a bigger sentence. You would be amazed after using this preposition part. And these prepositions tell you about the position of a noun. For instance, this marker is in my hand, like I'm using this marker. So right now I am in the room. So in the room is telling about my position, where I am at the moment. So again, the last thing I would like to tell you, it is linking words. You can see the word linking. Linking means you have to connect words or sentences. Very simple. And, but, so, therefore, that's why you can find a list of linking words, you can find a list of preposition. I would of course give you in the coming lectures step by step. Honestly speaking, this whole topic should be covered in a month. Like in details, I should teach you about nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, determiners, prepositions, linking words, step by step. But in this lecture, I'm just giving you a roadmap. So the last thing, it can also play a vital and interesting role to stretch your sentences. For instance, I wrote a letter to my friend to tell him about my studies because. So because is a linking word. Why did I write? Because he asked me, because he inquired me, because I wanted to motivate him, because I wanted to motivate him. Therefore, I wanted to motivate him, therefore I wrote a letter to him. So therefore, because, so, but he did not take any interest to read that letter. So but is again just stretching the sentence. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please share with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Take care. Bye.